Shit, for sure.
All right, who wants first question with Russ? Let's get the microphone here to Jim, please.
Russ, good morning to you. Good to see you again. You know how important you are to this team, and we've been talking all morning about the health. Is the health of you and the health of this team at the uppermost part of your mind as far as this club being successful? Because you have the talent.
Yeah, I think more than anything, I think the important part is mentally. Mentally staying strong. I think, a lot of conversation around health, and to me, that's unpredictable on many levels. I think the most important part is making sure mentally, as a team and as a unit, we collectively together have the same mindset and make sure our mind is in the right place as we go into the year.
Our next question here, we'll get it to Law. We'll work on lowering the music just a touch also.
Russ, what's up, man? Law Murray at The Athletic. This summer, you had a lot going on as far as getting yourself ready from a skill standpoint through this season, workouts and everything. What were some of the things that you were doing this summer that you've never really done in previous summers to get ready for a season?
Nothing abnormal, to be honest. Normally, during the summer, I work on every aspect of my game. Just because I'm the type of player that can do pretty much everything on the floor, so I kind of work on just tooling up the things that's got me here, trying to find ways to keep making the game easier and more efficiently for myself. And I felt great about how I ended the year just on that standpoint, and I just kind of led it into the summertime and just tuned up some things.
Russ, Jacob Chose, ABC7. Obviously, a lot to build off of. Russ, a lot to build off of last season. Health is the biggest thing, but how beneficial is it having a full training camp with this group of guys?
Oh, it's great, man. From just being able to have a fresh start and having everyone here have an opportunity to be able to set the tone. It's important, especially for us as a group as we go into the season, and I'm looking forward to it.
Right.
Russ, to your right, piggybacking off of that, leaders lead. You came in late in the season, 20 games left. Describe the impact that you think you can make. Is it a bigger impact now that you're going through a full training camp, that you can kind of put your fingerprints all over it and set a tone? I remember Scotty Brooks always said, we never had a bad practice, and Russ was a huge reason for that leadership. Was it tougher? I get that leaders lead. Was it tough to come in 20 games left and make an impact that you could possibly make coming into a full training camp, full 82 games?
Tough, yeah, but at the same time, leadership is one of my biggest qualities. It's something that I really embrace and enjoy, something that it's a part of who I am. So being able to have a whole season, summer, to be able to do that, I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to learning more and more about the guys, which I've learned a lot since the end of the year and going into the summer. Learning more about who they are, how they got here, their goals, their aspirations. It's all important as a leader, and it's a trait that I look forward to, especially with the guys here.
Russ, to your right, welcome back. The summer, Ty was saying that he commended you for taking less money to come back here to places that you wanted to play. And that you had options. Could you walk us through, sort of, as this being your first time really as a free agent, the thought process, the options you had that you had to filter through, and the priorities that sort of led you back here?
Yeah, I mean, it's very easy and simple for me. Money is not never a driver for me in any aspect, honestly, and being in a place where it was welcoming open arms and an organization that just welcome not just myself but my family, which is most important to me, and I'm grateful for that, and a group of guys that I love being around, that I know. Obviously Ty was great, and I've known Ty for a while as well, and I've been able to be home with my kids, wife, my mom, my dad, all my friends and family is here. You can't get too much better than that. I really enjoy being a dad, understanding how important that is for my kids at their young age, and understanding the priorities of that, understanding just on the basketball front how it's hard to come by with a good organization that's willing to kind of do and give you anything that you may need to be able to be successful, and being around guys that want to win, that understand and value winning and know what it looks like, and it's kind of a no-brainer for me.
Russ, over here to your left. And Russ, after the first round series last year, Coach Ty Lue spoke about how you bring so much more to this team than scoring, and you impact the game in so many different ways. What does it do for a guy like yourself, even though you're in year 16, to get that much confidence from Coach Ty Lue, knowing that you impact the game even when the shot's not going in?
Yeah, I mean, it's great. Ty knows the game. Obviously, he's played it. He understands it very well. One of the best coaches in this league, and being able to get acknowledgement from him on that just shows, and that, as I mentioned, scoring, and then you can impact the game and impact winning in different ways. Sometimes it don't show up in the stat sheet, and that's fine. Just finding ways to impact winning is something that I take pride in.
Hey Russ, welcome back. You mentioned mentality being the most important thing. Can you say more about that? Like, what does that mean specifically for the squad?
I mean, the mentality is very important. Like, you got to be resilient. We have to be, we got to go out and compete. We have to, make sure that we're being consistent, finding ways to have an identity of how we want to play, who we want to be to start the year is very important. And I think we all understand that. I think the moment we find that there will be ups and downs, there will be bad stretches, there will be great stretches, and that's all a part of this game and a part of the season. It's what you do during those stretches as a team, whether you put yourself closer and find ways to fight through adversity, and become better, and find ways how you can continue to get better as the season goes along.
What's up, Russ? What's up, man? Hey. So, future first ballot, Hall of Fame guy, MVP. What would it mean to you, to be able to add a title, to your legacy? Like, how would that feel, especially during the year in LA where you're from?
Yeah, man, it'd be a unbelievable, attribute to add, and it'd be a blessing to be able to do something like that, especially being here in Los Angeles. It'd be an amazing feat to be able to do so. Obviously, understanding how hard that is and figuring out ways to do that. Just make sure that we are collectively as a group taking step by step to make sure we can try to get to that goal.
Going to get the mic to you, Justin, and then we'll pass it back to Tamir.
Hey, Ross, good to see you.
Yes, sir.
Ty's talked about how, playing the right way is the most important thing, and then you guys can just live with the results no matter what they are. When you're playing the right way, to you, what does that entail?
Every game is different. The game, I believe, as a point guard, the game will tell you what to do. You can kind of see sometimes, the game tells you, or tells myself, it's a passing night. Sometimes you got to be a little more aggressive. Sometimes you got to defend, do whatever you need to do to be able to win games, and Coach mentioned his mindset of doing the right thing. And I think that's kind of what he's referring to, because every game can be different. We have so many guys on this team that can do so many things, that are very, very talented. Sometimes it may be their night, sometimes it may be another guy's night. And as a group, we've got to make sure that we're supporting whatever that may be, and make sure we're doing the right thing to better win a basketball game.
Russ, good to see you back.
Yes, sir.
First one, lighthearted for you. Paul has a podcast. Your wife has a podcast. Are you next on the podcast game?
Man, honestly, the podcast thing, my wife was a no-brainer. P is my dog, but I haven't done a podcast probably ever other than my wife. So I don't know as of right now.
And then I asked Kawhi and Ty this, but year 16 for you, like, how do you approach this? Contract situations being what they are, is this a championship or best year for you guys, or how do you approach this season?
No, I mean, I think, every team comes into media day, training camp, want to win the championship, and that's the goal, and we all understand that's the goal. But I don't personally, the championship or bust mentality is not to to me, it's just not a real thing. It's like a thing that people make up. Like, we win championships, buzz. Well, that's not true. You can accomplish a lot more. You can create brotherhood. You can learn so much more about people. You can figure out ways how you grew. As a team, collectively, there's just so many lessons that I've personally learned throughout the season. Friends I've added, different things I've learned about, coaches, and there's so many different aspects to this game with this platform that I don't personally believe that if you don't win the championship, it's a bust. So.
Russ, right here. Just a lighthearted one. The too small celebration has become way more popular around not only the NBA and basketball in general, but even in other professional sports. I feel like you were one of the first guys to, use that. I was wondering back, what was your inspiration for it? Maybe back even in 2018, if you remember.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, for my position, I'm a bigger guy. Sure, I'm probably pretty, strong for my position. There's rarely nights where honestly that people that play my position guard me. It probably doesn't happen. So when they do, I make sure I punish them, and when I punish them, I let them know. So that's all.
Just hope you're never on the receiving end of that. Law, did you ever hear that? Yep. Let's get it to Law, please.
Good to see the Rock the Babies here for 16th NBA season. This is a slow team. How do you get this team up and running at the pace that you want to play at?
We're going to win. We're going to win. That's all I can tell you. We're going to win. We're going to go.
Andrew Greif. We're going to run and we're not going to podcast.
I like that.
Russ, how you doing? Gary George, Inland Valley News. Russ, talk about what concerns you the most about the season and what impresses you the most about the season, especially with all of the movement that's going on with the teams that are making moves.
What I'm looking forward to most is just getting started, creating a rhythm, creating a groove, setting our mentality kind of where we want to be at. Because I think the moment we do that, the more we have like a standard where we know where we're supposed to be playing at. As far as concerns, I'm not really concerned about anybody else or what they're doing or the moves they're making. I always felt since I've been here, if we're all healthy and we all compete, there's not many teams that can beat us, and I still believe that. And I'm looking forward to getting started. So.
Yes, people have mentioned your 16th season a couple times today. It feels like we're at a time when athletes are playing deeper into their careers than ever. And last year, a lot of people, your teammates said that you have more energy than the younger guys on the team. Have you considered just an age or a season, how long you would like to play if things were to go through?
I don't know. I haven't. I'm still fast as anybody, jump as high as anybody. I can play elite level. I still see myself as an elite basketball player in this league. I can do pretty much anything, can guard the best. So until I can't do that no more, then I guess that's when it will. But I don't know when that is. I'm super grateful and blessed to be able to play. And like I've always said, like I don't take this game for granted by any means. And I play as long as I can. And I'll see, where God takes me. So,
Kelly?
Hey, welcome back, Russ.
Thank you.
During the offseason, we heard a lot of guys across the league speak out in your defense. So how does it feel to be so respected amongst your peers?
It's just, it's important. I'm thankful for it. I'm thankful for the truth, to be honest. A lot of stuff that they're coming to my defense for is made up narratives that have never been true or never actually happened. So I think the important part is I'm grateful for guys, just being truthful and standing up, and I don't take that for granted, whether it's my teammates, whether it's other guys that, I've never encountered or that I talk to. I'm grateful for that because it's important. And I've been in this league, as we mentioned, going to my 16th season, that how important. Busy, there you go. Make sure I listen to my boy album. Busy did his stuff. Yeah, Busy. it's important that we, not let kind of like narratives create and change who people are, because it can happen, and it's unfortunate, but it's just, to me, it's just sports in general, and I think it's important that if people know the truth and people understand and value, friendships and who people actually are, it's important that they speak up on it, and I'm grateful that people did that on my behalf.
Joey, did you have a question? Let's get you the mic.
Hey, Russ, good to see you. We talked a lot about the reasons why you decided to come back, obviously family, the organization. How important was it to come back to the fan base that embraced you so much the way they did last year?
Yeah, thanks, Joe. I forgot to mention that in a couple of things, but I think it's very important, a couple of reasons. The fans were amazing, were great, and I'm looking forward to turning up again once the season starts back. But I think the next most important thing after just family and making sure that I'm able to come back and support the fans is community. Like I'm being a part of this LA community, making sure that is a big priority for me, and making sure that I continue to instill and do things in our communities that shows that we have support, impact, and continue to inspire people, especially in the community of Los Angeles, knowing that I'm from here, and so that's important.
Yes, thank you so much.
Thanks, appreciate it.
All right, guys, we have Paul